اليوم معنا أستاذ اللغة الكورية مستر يونغ جون كيم. بزاف منكم كتعرفوا من reels and social media. His educational reels in Moroccan and Korean language. And من بين الكوريين اللي يتكلموا الدارجة هيونجون ويتعمق في التعابير اللغوية. هادشي اللي كيميز الصفحة ديالو. The mic is yours.
Thank you so much for your wonderful introduction. As you said, I am Hyunjongkim. I'm from South Korea, Korea, but I was living in Morocco for 1 year. I was living in both in Marrakesh and Casablanca, which I loved. And after that, I was fascinated by Moroccan culture and its hospitality and how friendly people are. So, and then I was also surprised by how this Korean culture, which is kind of popular in Morocco, and then people's interest in Korean culture was kind of encouraged or motivated me to share more about my culture and where I come from, because it's, both the Korea and Morocco are far from each other. So I was trying to take advantage of me being in there. So that's why I think that I was more active in terms of accepting Moroccan culture and comprehending Moroccan culture, as well as sharing my culture and my background as well. And that's why, even though I came back to Korea, I still continue to work on those aspects that I did while I was in Morocco, because I thought that it was such a precious experience that I had. And then I'm happy to do so. And then if there's any things or any activities that I could do and also advance this beautiful collaboration between two countries, I would love to do so. And that's why I'm here to share my experiences and then to support teacher Chaimaa.
Oh, thank you very much for your support. Thank you. I appreciate that. I found some screenshots on your reels of people commenting that you speak Darija better than our football players.
That is hilarious.
Yes. 네. 안녕하세요. 저는 샤이마입니다. 모로코 사람입니다. 저는 영국 선생님입니다. I studied Korean language for 1 year. And 네, 셀은 시민 베이킨이에요.
무지연.
How about you?
شكرا بزاف for your introduction in Korean. Yeah, my turn. I am. أنا 현종. أنا 코리. أنا 스미트 현종. And then I'm from. I'm 문.
أنا yes.
Bravo. أنا 문 코리. أ나 문 Korea. Yeah. أنا 사는 في 서울. I'm a teacher of Korean.
Ustad. Teacher is Ustad.
أنا أستاذ Korea because I have a certificate of teaching Korean. But I studied journalism and communication for my bachelor, and then also international relations for my master's. So those are my majors that I studied. And my hobbies are running. I also like to working out, and I like to read my books. Also, my hobbies would be playing with my nephews and my nieces because they're growing, and then I'm happy to be the proud uncle of them. I feel happy when I play with my nephew and my nieces, and when I'm with my family, and then when I do something that I like to do. That's what makes me happy. Shukran buzaf.
Shukran. Thank you for sharing. Well, moving to the next topic, one of the differences between the two is that the Moroccan dialect is a mixture of many languages.
Yeah, exactly.
We can understand other speakers of Arabic, but they cannot understand us due to the simple fact that it's a mixture of Arabic, Amazigh, French, and Spanish.
Yeah, I think that's a beauty of Moroccan Darija.
And one of the questions from a follower was, are there any dialects in the Korean language? Do you have like one that you speak in a certain area that's different from the other area?
Exactly. We do have many dialects, depends on which province you're from. So our main Korean, when people are saying Korean, like general Korean, is Korean used in Seoul, which is capital, which is where I'm from. But we also do have many dialects depending on the regions. So if you're from south part of Korea or southeast or southwest, they have a different dialect. And if you are from east side of South Korea, they also do have their own dialect. And if you are from Jeju Island, which is one of the beautiful islands we have in Korea, they have their own native like dialect, which is a little bit, not even a little bit, but different from Korean, the former Korean. So I'm not even able to understand their dialect.
Wow.
But of course, those people, they can speak the former Korean as well. So it's like, yeah, I can understand them, but I cannot understand them, but they can understand me.
At Jeju Island, I think it's the only place where you can find the teddy bear museum.
I think that, yeah, that museum is located in Jeju Island. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite places to go for my
Yeah.
vacation.
Interesting, very interesting. You can find teddy bears from around the world. Mona Lisa teddy bear.
Yeah, exactly, among different types of teddy bear.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much for this information. I will share it with the student that asked, and I have another question. So one of the students said في حقيقة أنا أريد تعلم اللغة الكورية في أقرب وقت. أنا أجد صعوبة في نطق وسمع الكلمات. She said that she wants to learn the Korean language as soon as possible. What do you think about this?
If she wants to learn Korean as soon as possible, the first thing that she has to do is to find any educational video or video clip or find a textbook that she likes. There are many ways to learn Korean, right? Depending on what, or depending on the individual's the learning style. Like some people prefer to watch some media, like a video, like a movie or a drama when it comes to learning English, whereas some people like to use textbook to learn foreign language from like grammar and incomprehensibly, right? So it depends on the individual learner's um, personality or preference to learn Korean language. But I think that the most important thing out of so many things to learn when it comes to learning foreign language is the thing that you gotta use that language regularly, and also it's important to be exposed to the environment where that language is heavily spoken. So even for me, like after coming back to Korea, like I've been living in this Korea, where people usually like 90% of time they speak Korean. So I feel like I'm kind of losing like other language skills as well. So that is really crucial that you are exposed to environment where your target language is mostly used.
Beautifully said. I second that. I think it depends on the learning style, as you said. Right.
Exactly. That's the best way to learn foreign language. Like find the person or native person or who can speak that language, and then use that language, the target language, regularly.
Exactly. Now, another thing is the pronunciation. Do you have any tips? What's the take of Korean people? Do they judge others if they mispronounce a word, or they respect them because they're making an effort?
The letter, like we always respect people who are willing to, pronounce our language correctly, even though it's wrong. At the first, we appreciate that people are trying to say and then communicate with other people in our language. And also, in order to advance your pronunciation in Korean, practice. Practice, 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 practice. It's the same as me because when I'm still having the hard time to pronounce some pronunciations in Darija, like أنا difícil. But I'm trying, even though I know that I was wrong. I'm still wrong sometimes. I don't know how to correctly pronounce it, but I'm trying to. I'm just practicing. I'm trying to say that pronunciation, even though I am wrong or I'm right. ماشي مشكلة. You just try it, and then you fake it till you make it.
Exactly. I cannot
Yeah.
add anything else because you said it all. Practice makes better.
Exactement.
Have you ever been through a situation where you wanted to say something, but you ended up saying something else?
Yeah. I had one situation it was this one because like in Morocco, it's not only Darija Kursi used in the conversation, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
you mix also, as you said at the beginning, you also mix French or Spanish or
Exactly.
Amazigh, in one, it could be one sentence or different sentences, right? So there was one the time that my friends were just talking to each other, and then there was a time that one of my friends said, chez moi, I think so. Chez nous, chez nous, chez nous, chez nous,
Uh,
chez nous. Like my house, right? Chez nous, like
mhm.
our house.
Chez nous.
Yes, at our place, chez
Chez
nous,
nous.
right? Yeah. And Shannon. But I was mistaken that like my friends was saying Chinois. So I said, la, me Chinois, anakuri. I was answered, okay, my friends was saying Chinois, like, kind of referring me, but it was a different context. And all of a sudden, I just popped out and saying, la, ana me Chinois, anakuri. Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to add as a teacher of Korean? Any tips?
Mm, well, as a Korean teacher, I always emphasize on these things like learning a
Mm-hmm.
language is not only learning their alphabet or language. Learning a language is also uh, an effective way to understand their culture as well. So
Mm-hmm.
why you are learning Korean language? Because we do have so many, like form, like use different words to older people, or we use different sentences to older people to show our respect to older people, which is not a case in English or other Western language, right? So
Exactly.
you will also, yeah, exactly, also like about that's the beauty of learning Korean language. Like it's not only absorb the language itself, but also you will be able to understand the Korean culture as well. And once you know it, and once you know that correctly, then you will be able to, I would say, expand your view, or you could be more open-minded, and then you will understand different culture as well. And I think that's the beauty of learning language. And welcome to learning Korean language. I'm
Yes,
happy to help with
exactly.
any of you who wants to learn more about Korean language.
Thank you very much. I think you should do more reels, educational videos because they are very, very successful. And I noticed that people or students learn better through humor when you add the.
Yeah, exactly. That's the my main point of making those videos and short clips as well. Like learning should be the fun activities, fun process. It shouldn't be like burden or struggle to get it right. It has to be something that you feel that, oh, this is like my achievement, and then it has to be always fun.
Oh, I have a question from another follower. So, what's the name of your Korean Moroccan drama? And do you accept auditions for people to act in it?
That's a good question. I love the question. Of course, anyone could join my drama if they have any interesting the stories, or they want to be part of it. Absolutely, I will be happy to have the real Moroccan in my Moroccan drama. And the name of my drama, I didn't name it, but people say that this is like Moroccan Fatima or something, because I think that Fatima is the name, a kind of typical name for like a Moroccan girls. So people
Yeah.
say that, or Moroccan Oni, because Oni, as I said before, we have a specific word to call a person who is older than you or who is
Hmm.
younger than you. So
Hmm.
for example, I call Nuna to any female who is older than me, less than maybe 5 or 10 years. And then
Okay.
also the reason why people are called people use a lot of the word opa. Opa means that for female, younger female, to call the older male. So that's opa. So nuna is for younger male to older female. And there is also one called oni for the younger female to older female. So people like my friends, when they see my video, they said it as a Moroccan oni.
All right.
Like,
Interesting. Are interested in the Korean language and curious about it, please check Mr. Hyunjong Kim's channel and you will see interesting vlogs about different topics. Thank you very much for today. It's a pleasure to exchange with you. I feel like I learned a lot from you.
Yeah, shukran بزاف for having me, and thank you again for this interesting time together. And I hope that I share successfully, kind of positively about Korean culture. And then it was also my pleasure to learn about your work and your students as well. And if you need anything else from me, just let me know anytime.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Bye bye.
Maba, salama. Bye.